What's up guys, it's Tech9. I forgot to bring my sunglasses for this video, so I'm just going to be talking without the camera facing towards me. So today we're going to be talking about MGK. So for those of you who aren't aware, Machine Gun Kelly, as he was originally known, is a musician who is famous for originally being a rapper. Then he switched to punk, and now I don't know what the heck he's doing now, just pop music, Walmart type music. And he had probably one of the biggest fall-offs you can imagine, respect-wise. While in reality, he's probably making a lot of good money. It's the respect for him in the music community has just gone straight down. So let's go back to the beginning. Right around 2016 through 2018. Around this time period, you had Machine Gun Kelly. He was making music. He was, he had recorded General Admission. He recorded Lace Up, which had gone platinum with Wild Boy. And then Eminem stepped in and dropped the song Kamikaze, mentioning MGK. And MGK responded with the track Wrapped Up. And I personally listened to this song. It's pretty good, if you ask me. I mean then again, you never diss Eminem, so that's the big thing. And then Eminem responded with Kill Shot, probably wrecking him and his reputation in the rap community. And which leads to a big life lesson. Don't diss Eminem. Never do. So, as MGK continued into 2019, he dropped the album Hotel Diablo, and it was one of the biggest rap albums of its time. It was very quick to reach over 1 billion streams. I personally like the album myself. I listen to certain songs, Floor 13, El Diablo, Roulette, among others. It's just some music I like. And around this time period, things started to change. So in 2020, while everyone was cowering from COVID, he dropped the new album called Tickets to My Downfall, which was an absolute shock for most people in the rap community, because he dropped rap music. He doesn't do punk. And from what I've learned, he just picked up the guitar while he was in quarantine, just started making songs with other punk artists such as Black Bear, The Used. Travis Barker was a big helper with that. He composed a bunch of the songs with him. And it just really shocked him. And while the album debuted at number 1, and he continued to go a little bit crazy. He continued to work hard, and a couple of years later, he dropped the album Mainstream Sellout. Now, during this time period, MGK got really, really weird. He started doing makeup. He started doing nail polish. Really, really, really weird stuff. And if he had just stuck with music and just stayed away from all the weird stuff he did, I think that, and he just did not become emo. That's all he had to do. If he did not become emo and do punk, I think he probably would have been accepted better. I would have liked to see a better punk version of him, not just some emo dude that's only good once in a while. And so as Mainstream Sellout comes out, it hits another hot record for him again. He has 2 punk albums that are hits. And then something went wrong. Around 2022 through 2023, no word. Barely a hint of music comes from MGK. He drops a couple singles here and there. He drops Lonely Roads with Jelly Roll, and now everyone's shocked again because now he's doing country music. And for the funny thing is, I saw a meme where MGK dissed Slipknot. He said, "Glad I'm not some 50-year-olds on a stage wearing a mask." And then a meme down below saying, "Keep that up and you'll do country next." And he did. He dropped that song, Lonely Roads, with Jelly Roll, and while it was played all over the radio, no one from his old genre respected him anymore. And frankly, nobody even cares about him anymore. Anyways, heck, I used to be a huge MGK fan when I was around 15 to 16, and then he just did not drop any new albums for a year or two. I just pretty much left because he was just pushing this, oh, I'm so cool and emo and I'm so successful now, and it just seemed kind of silly. So MGK goes quiet for a couple of years. He drops the album quietly, Cliche. Now, and I did not care about MGK for a long, long time. Heck, I didn't even talk about him for years, and didn't listen to him for about a year and a half. And when that album right before that album dropped, he partnered with Trippie Redd. Now, he had partnered with Trippie Redd before on the song Candy, and which was a good song. It was okay, and it wasn't like an absolute star song, but it was still okay. You could play it in the car and get away with it. But he partnered with Trippie Redd in genre Sad Boy, and it flopped horrendously. It tanked so hard, no one even cared. And I think that pretty much destroyed MGK's ever come back to rap music. He partnered with the wrong person to do it. Trippie Redd had been pretty much inactive since 2020 or so, and if say MGK wanted to do a better album, I think the proper person to partner with him during 2024 would probably have been Travis Scott, or maybe even Kendrick Lamar, if anybody did ever care. And now we go up to the new album, Lost Americana, and his new aesthetic, Cliche. Now, this was one of a pretty stupid album. I heard one song, Cliche, and I just thought to myself, oh, come on. You had to be like... This felt so unenthusiastic. It just felt just like bland music you hear on the radio, and it is. Like, I heard it on the radio, it's just like... It's catchy, but then again, so is Hepatitis. So, I did not listen to the full album. While I have listened to full albums of MGK before, this one I was just not going to do, as well as genre Sad Boy. It just seemed so out of touch with music, with fans, anything. It just seemed just like he just did not care. All he wanted to do was just put himself on the billboard and say, yeah, look at that. And we also know that Megan Fox has the relationship, very, very, very public relationship with him and Megan Fox that they've been having. And I think that that something needs to happen. I think he needs to go to an actual place for treatment. And somebody just needs to say, you need to just stop making music that nobody cares about. I mean, while it's on the radio, the only people that are pushing it are like his record label, and other big groups that have partnered with him before and it's just it continues this trend of pushing out bland music, but that's a topic for another day. So all in all, MGK has pretty much collapsed in on himself and is now resorting to making Walmart music. I would say that something's going to happen to him, and he's going to either retire or he's going to just be put out of business because he's just going to have nobody to perform to. I mean, there are two different audiences for MGK success, for two real audiences. You had the rap audiences and you had the punk audiences. And rap audiences disappeared years ago after he dissed Eminem and failed. And punk artists, they disappeared when genre Sad Boy dropped, because they don't know is it rap, is it punk, is it what? So as we head into 2026, this is probably going to be one of the last years that and I could be wrong, but one of the last years that people care about MGK. He's running out of places to hide. He's running out of places to do music with. He can't. What next? I'm gonna guess he's probably gonna do jazz music, classical music. It's gonna be a real bad era, and yeah, he's gonna just fade into and he's just gonna fade away. And MGK, if you're watching this, please stop. Just go back to punk or something and stop being weird and emo. All right, later, everybody.